This ad absolutely crushed it for thesis supplements. But what is crazy isn't just the results, it's actually that it breaks every best practice rule for advertising. So I'm gonna show you exactly why it works and how you can use the same psychological triggers in your ads so that they also convert like crazy. Hi, my name is Camilla. I run Epic Ads Lab and we help e-com and DTC brands lower their CPAs with hyper-targeted ad creative. And this is the first episode of Ads Under the Microscope, which means I need my lab coat because we're gonna go into a deep dive as to why this ad converted like crazy whilst it broke all of the rules. Also, selfishly, this is gonna help me make better ads for our clients. So the first thing we're gonna do is actually go through the hook.
Zero chance thesis helps procrastination.
Now here is why this hook is genius. Rather than going through benefits or how it changes my life or whatever, it addresses skepticism face on. It uses pattern interruption with a curse word and also a reply to a TikTok comment, which means that it looks native to the platform when it runs as an ad. If you're scrolling through, you're probably going to see other pieces of content like this with the TikTok comment reply. And most brands, they focus so much on my brand is the best, this is why we're better than other people, but Thesis addresses the skepticism head on by saying no fucking way Thesis helps procrastination. It looks super organic, shot on a phone, like it was recorded whilst he was driving.
I wanted to apply myself, I wanted to work hard, but I just couldn't do it. It felt like I saw the people around me working hard, crushing it, able to stay locked in all day, and I just couldn't.
Okay, now this part here of the ad is what I like to call the relatability factor. And it's a way for the brand to ground themselves in authenticity with their viewers. And the B-roll that they're using is showing somebody basically do what I do almost every single day when I get distracted, which is just jump around, do different things, right? And so what that's doing is saying, hey, look, we understand that you might be somebody who finds it hard to focus. We hear you. And here's an example. And the way that this video is portrayed is in a very native style. It doesn't look so different. It doesn't look like somebody sitting there and reading off a script. It feels really authentic. Now I'm gonna play the next bit here and see if you notice what they use for them to really get you to listen.
To stay locked in all day, and I just couldn't. My doctor put me on Adderall. Initially, it helped my focus, but I got jittery, couldn't sleep, and every time I took it, I feel like I was literally crawling out of my skin. My personality completely changed. I stopped cold turkey, tried energy drinks, meditation, increased exercise, one size fits all nootropics. Nothing really helped.
Okay, so what he just did there is he listed all the failed solutions, okay? So failed solutions are essentially what we find in our research when we start working with new brands, which is things that people have tried that didn't really work. In this case, he said Adderall, energy drinks, exercise, and all of these things he tried, and one size fit all nootropics. He's mentioning all these things that you and me probably have tried. Now we have the hook, we have the authentic, relatable pain point part, we have the failed solutions. Now it's time for the reveal of the product. The most genius part about this is that they don't introduce this until 28 seconds into the ad.
A friend of mine told me about Thesis. It's the world's first company to customize brain supplements to each individual person's brain chemistry. I was still skeptical.
Okay, so notice how they positioned the product here. It didn't say somebody recommended Thesis and this does everything that the other ones didn't use, or it doesn't say it uses a blend of X-lysine, X-magnesium, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't flood you with features, which we like to call feature bombing. It says it's the first company to customize brain supplements to each individual's brain chemistry. So you go, oh, okay, so this can be made uniquely for me. So it's a customized solution, it's scientific, and it's supposed to give you a personal transformation. But given that he just said what that was, you can see that the UGC creator was still acting skeptical.
I was still skeptical. Not only did it work, but it worked faster than I said it would. I had this clarity and this ability.
So obviously there's the B-roll of showing him actually using the product, but he's also saying, hey, look, I was skeptical, but it was true. Like I actually did get a good experience with it. So now we're 40 seconds in and we just received the first part where we're breaking the skepticism and we're going into the benefits. This is why this video is genius, because whilst most other brands, they try and focus so much on why they're good, these guys are focusing on why people are skeptical about us. And it's because they've probably tried other things. Now, before I actually clarify the secret formula that they used here, that you can steal yourself, let's look at the following.
To channel my focus that, quite frankly, I had not had before. I went from checking Instagram 30 times a day to getting through my to-do list before 5 o'clock and having every evening open to do exactly what I wanted to do. I've become extremely picky about which products I use, but this one I'm serious about. Go take their free quiz and see if they work for you as well as they did for me.
Okay, so the ending of this is a transformation story. You go from I was skeptical, I had tried all these things that failed me, to I tried thesis, to now my life is different. It's a pretty simple transformation story. But rather than saying, before I used to be like this, after I used to be like this, they told it as a narrative from somebody who was skeptical and then that changed. But here's what's really cool. The CTA. Most people say, hey, if you want to get the same experience, click the button below to shop now, or get your first set of supplements tonight, or something like that. I don't know. Instead, they went for a quiz funnel. Now, if I go to thesis and I go to the site, you see it says take quiz. I mean, as a business, it's really smart, but say you put your age and then you start to answer some questions here. You say what you want, so you're reaffirming the reason that you came to this site. It really makes you bought in to their brand. You get this personalized recommendation of, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but look, I have a recommendation. It's got my exact blend and it gives you the supply. And so rather than you going to any site and clicking something that's a one size fits all, which is a wording that they used, this brand themselves make you essentially part of the whole process. I feel like I just got a custom product made for me based on questions that I asked about myself. Now, at the end of every episode in this series, I'm gonna give you the ad prescription to be able to replicate an ad just like this brand. Now, this prescription is gonna have the active compound of disruptive skepticism, grabbing your attention through a counterintuitive criticism, and using the exhaustion principle, which is building credibility by listing failed solutions before presenting your solution. Now, the only side effects of this prescription is that if you don't use authentic, genuine skepticism, it can be seen as inauthentic. It can be seen as you're just trying to grab attention. Say you're selling soaps. Don't buy this soap unless you want, and then you can insert like benefits. It just seems like you're just trying to hijack people's attention, and it doesn't really work. With that being said, if you want us to make the ads for you, then you can click the first link down below. If you want my swipe file of 1,200 high-performing ads like this one, then click the second link down below. If you want to see this exact playlist, you can click right here. And if you want to know exactly how I revived a dead ad account, you can click this video right here. So that being said, I'll see you in the next one.